international school and college students. I welcome you all to the I Learn classes. I am Mrs. Reema Mukherjee and I will be teaching you social studies. The chapter that we will discuss today is that of first aid. We all know that we have to follow safety rules at home, school and on the road. But many times, in spite of the fact that we are very careful, we might meet with an accident. Now, if an accident occurs, the person who is affected may be suffering a lot. It is not always possible that we have a doctor nearby within our reach. In fact, an accident can occur just anywhere. What should we do if an accident occurs on the road where limited people are there and there is no hospital nearby? In such a case, we apply first aid. So what is first aid? It is the immediate physical and medical help given to the victim of an accident before proper medical aid arrives. Okay, this is the definition of first aid. Now, if a person has had an accident, immediate help has to be given. You know, in fact, there are many cases in which proper first aid, it has helped the victim to survive. It has stopped death, or it can also save a person from any permanent injury. For example, if a person is moving on the road on his bike, motorcycle, and a truck comes from behind him and knocks him down, then the victim of the accident may be suffering from huge blood loss. In that case, if first aid is administered properly, it will save the person's life. Similarly, if any limb, any arm or any one of the legs, it is broken, then too first aid properly given can save him from permanently being disabled in his life. Now, first aid is fine, but in some cases the injury can be very serious. In that case, it is always advisable to ring for the doctor. The doctor will come immediately and he will know exactly what has to be done. Now, when you are there on the scene of the accident, you have to remember exactly what kind of aid is required. If you are yourself nervous, you are frightened, you are confused, do not take in any first aid. If the person is semi-conscious or unconscious, do not crowd around the victim. Let him have plenty of fresh air full of oxygen. If the injury is very serious, call the doctor. Now, one more thing we have to keep in mind. Supposing the person has an injury where there is a deep wound, there is a deep cut. In that case, we have to consider certain things. First is, we have to stop the bleeding somehow, because if there is continuous blood loss, the person will lose all the body blood and finally he may die. Any accident victim is in a state of shock. He is not in his full consciousness. So he has to be helped out in that manner. The wound may be deep. There may be a severe cut on the body. The germs around, on the street, in the atmosphere, on the things around, may enter the body right inside. You know, the germs can go inside the body and then that may result in further infection. So we have to be aware of that also. In case the victim has lost his consciousness, cold water can be sprinkled on the forehead. So that helps a lot to regain back his consciousness. Now, many insects are there around us. You all are small children. You go to the park to play. You play on the streets. Even inside the house, many insects may be there. When we are not aware, an insect may bite us. Insect bites can be very painful, or the swelling might also be there. Now, what has to be done if a person suffers from an insect bite? First of all, we all have lime water available at home. Take some lime water and wash the affected area with it. After that, baking soda and cold cream. These things are available in each and every house. So we can put a little bit of baking soda or a little bit of cold cream. That will bring down the pain and lessen the infection there. Apart from this, if you have ice readily available in your house, you can make an ice pack and put it on the insect bite. You can wet cotton wool with ammonia water and also apply that. In many cases, when an insect has bitten us, we might suffer from an allergic reaction, some kind of allergy that will cause itching in that particular area. Excuse me. Now, what has to be done then? What should we apply? We should apply calamine lotion. Not only is it disinfecting that place, but it will also help to curb the swelling as well as the pain. Whenever we are at home or we are going out anywhere, we are traveling anywhere, we must always carry a first aid box with us. We do not know, we might be the victim of an accident or any of our family members may be affected. Now, what should we carry in the first aid box? A roll of cotton wool, a roll of cotton bandage, Dettol or Savlon or any other antiseptic lotion. Apart from that, ammonia and lime water, tincture of iodine and carbolic lotion. Tincture of iodine is a strong medicine. If it is applied, the person will not get an infection. It will wash away all the germs and it will also help the wound to heal quickly. Vaseline or any other antiseptic ointment like Boroplus, Boroline or any such ointment should also be present inside the first aid box. Now, in India, we have certain numbers, phone numbers, which are called as emergency numbers. These numbers are small 3-digit numbers. We can easily dial them and any person in distress can get help. For example, the emergency number for police control room is 100. Supposing we find that some robbers, some thieves have come into the neighboring house. We have got certain indications that thieves have entered that house. Immediately we dial 100. The police control room will receive our complaint and rush to the spot. Other than that, if there is any fire in the neighborhood, we will dial 101. The fire brigade will come in immediately. They will bring their fire engine. The fire people will come and immediately they will douse the fire. If we require an ambulance, we can dial 102, or if we require blood from the blood bank, we will dial 104. Maybe a person has suffered from severe blood loss, or maybe the person is short of blood. In that case, we will contact the blood bank at this number 104 and we will be able to get the required amount of blood required. So these are some numbers that I have told you about that are operating in India, and they are there for people who require immediate help. There is a state of emergency and people are deeply worried or in distress. Thank you.